Hello, my name is Alexander Royce S. Pomipic, and my presentation is about fake news and information disorders. The objectives for this presentation is to provide a brief, concise, and accurate overview of fake news and information disorders. Secondly, I will analyze why we have to differentiate these types of information disorders or fake news, and I will be giving and analyzing real examples for each type of fake news. So, when it comes to information disorders, there are two aspects we need to consider. The first one is truth. And there's really one question that we need to ask regarding this aspect. Is this real? Is this based in reality? Is it factual? If yes, then you can believe it happened or that it's real. But if not, then hold on. You're walking on eggshells at that point because you're dealing with info that's not real, that's not based in reality. So that's it, right? If info is false or not real, then that means it's fake news. Well, not really. There's a second aspect for information disorder that we have to consider, which is intent. Intent is much more difficult to discuss because it encapsulates a bunch of different possibilities. One could be spreading information, whether it be real or not, either to paint someone's image, or to get revenge, or to make them look bad, etc., etc., etc. The basic question that we need to ask for intent that encapsulates all of these possibilities is this: is it harming someone? And that's it. It's simple and easy to understand. So those are the two aspects of information disorders and their corresponding yes or no questions for each. So now that we have all that, we can compile them to a table like this. As you can see on the top right, we have valid information or facts, and they fall under them being true and having no intent to harm. But everything else around that falls under what we call information disorders, which are basically polluted information or false or misleading information. We will start with the simplest one, which is disinformation. It falls under it being false and intended to harm. So, false or misleading information spread to harm. An example for this would be imposter content. Someone would make a fake account of a celebrity to post unfactual information or to post scam links. That's imposter content. Secondly, manipulated content. It could be achieved by using image or video editing softwares like After Effects and Photoshop. And manipulated content is basically taking a genuine information but distorting it heavily to fit a different narrative. For example, take a picture of yourself in jail, edit yourself out of that image, and then paste it onto a picture of a beach. Now it looks like you're on a beach instead of in jail. That's manipulated content. Now, thirdly, is fabricated content, which is content that's not based in reality at all. It's completely fake and not real. A common example of this is AI generated imagery. Our fourth example is false connection or clickbait. Think of a headline, a sensationalist headline, but the article itself doesn't fit the headline. It's way less engaging than what the headline makes it out to be. That's false connection. It's clickbait. It's like that intentionally to garner clicks instead of to share factual information. Now, let's move on to our next information disorder, which is misinformation. It falls under it being false and having no intent to harm. So, basic definition: false or misleading information without intent to harm. An example for this would be satire or parody. Think of someone who posts on Facebook, who reposts this one post on Facebook because they take it very, very seriously. But that post is actually a joke or not real. Why? It's like that on purpose to spread a message or to prove a point, whether it being politically or not. Second is false context. Think of a person who posts on Facebook to their friends and family about how there's going to be a typhoon, meaning that there will be no classes today. And he has an accompanied image with it also. That's true. The image is real. But the thing is, the image was a year ago, so it doesn't apply to now. That's false context. That's false context. It's applying a context to something that doesn't actually apply to now. Now, there's a note that I need to tell you. Misinformation and disinformation, from what I've gathered, are used interchangeably by people. And this should not be the case. Why? It's because these two terms are different in the case of intent. And Using them interchangeably for one information would be problematic. Why? It's because we're polluting the context of that information. We need to know the intent behind it. Is it harmful or not? And if we use these two terms interchangeably, then we're just being wrong. So we have to use these correctly. If it's misinformation, then it's misinformation. If it's disinformation, then it's disinformation. No using them interchangeably. Now let's move on to our final information disorder, which is malinformation. It falls under it being true and intended to harm. Basic definition: true information spread to harm. An example for this would be misleading content, which is basically actual, real, genuine content, but you've cherry-picked parts of it to fit a different narrative or to sway public opinion. You've cut out context from that real information so that it looks like something else. That's misleading content. An example of disinformation is this. This is a post by Morriselli on April 30, and it depicts that Lana Del Rey is Rodrigo Duterte's attorney. She says, "I will not rest. I will use every legal and political avenue available to secure his absolute freedom." Wow, you go, girl. So this image is fake. How? Well, let's look at the surface level. On the bottom right, we can very clearly see that that is the Google Gemini logo, which suggests that this image is AI generated. So already a big red flag. Secondly, if we look in the comments of this post, we can see that the author is promoting herself in the comments, saying, "Hi guys, please subscribe, thank you," with a Facebook link. So she's making this post to promote herself, which is basically disinformation. She's taking advantage of fake information to get personal gain. Now, let's look at this. Let's look closer. We can see that this is published by MLGC News Online. Okay, let's try searching that up. But when you try searching that up, we get nothing. There is no such thing as an MLGC News Online. In fact, the first post is just the exact same thing but reposted somewhere else. So, already very suspicious. Now, next up, according to Verifiles, they arrive at the same conclusion. These viral posts are fake and AI generated. Now, it also brings up a good point. Lana Del Rey is a singer-songwriter. She has never once worked as an attorney or worked for law. So, do you really think Lana Del Rey would be Rodrigo Duterte's attorney? That would be very, very unlikely, is what I would put it. What else is that Verifiles also ran this image through an AI detector, and it came back with a 99.8% chance that this is AI generated, and it was made with Gemini 3. So, there. The image is likely AI generated. Next up is this. This post depicts someone being cremated. Allegedly, this someone is Barbie Sue, according to this post. Barbie Sue is a Taiwanese actor for a character named Shankai in a drama franchise. So this video is actually not true, and this video is not true, and it doesn't correspond to reality. Why? Well, let's look closer. If we zoom into the TV in this video, we can see that the text is in Vietnamese, not in Taiwanese. And if we look at the underlined text, we can see that that makes out a name that's not Barbie Sue. So it's in Vietnamese, and it's not Barbie Sue. But Barbie Sue is Taiwanese. So what does this mean? Is this video messed up? Well, searching up Barbie Sue cremation on Google, I got an article by the Straits Times saying no memorial will be held for Taiwanese star Barbie Sue. And I also got another article by the same publisher saying that the ashes of the late actress Barbie Sue have returned to Taiwan from Japan. So she was cremated in Japan, not in Vietnam. So already we have a conflicting location. It says here, the ashes of Taiwanese actress Barbie Sue have returned home with her family on February 5 afternoon. What's next is Verifiles also arrives to the same conclusion. The the original video shows the cremation of a different person in Vietnam. And what else is that Rappler has an article regarding Barbie Sue. Barbie Sue's family bids farewell. Barbie Sue's family laid the actress to rest at a funeral in New Taipei on Saturday, March 15th. So, Saturday, March 15 is very far from February 2, which is when this post was uploaded. And New Taipei is in Taiwan, not in Vietnam. So, already a lot more conflicting information with this video. So we can see that this video is not in Vietnam, and this video does not depict Barbie Sue being Barbie Sue's funeral. It's actually a completely different Vietnamese person that's not in any way related to Barbie Sue. Now, our last example is this. This is a video that depicts Aura Brigella's 2023 arrest outside of a pub in Makati City. Allegedly, by her fans, friends, and family, she and her friends were harassed by some guy in a bar, which eventually escalated to a fight that led outside into the streets, and police had to be involved. I will not play the full clip, but I will play parts of it.
Ala yung friend ko!
So, very riveting. So fans, friends, and family alike have been using this clip to say that it was transgender police brutality and a harassment case. We stand with Aura. Hashtag justice for Aura. This is transgender police brutality. Need to fight against the people who harassed her. So that's very riveting. So why is this malinformation? It's because this arrest is actually true. This actually did happen. Aura was actually arrested. But people have been using this clip out of context to say that this was transgender police brutality. Let's look closer. So, CCTV footage, the full CCTV footage of what happened came out, and it suggested the opposite of what Aura's fans, family, and friends said. We can see from here that she's taking the guy's shirt off because the guy wouldn't take his shirt off for her. The supposed abuser's stance, according to an interview on, I believe, GMA Network, he said that Aura demanded him to take his shirt off for a dare. So we can clearly see that Aura is the harasser, not the guy. This eventually led to a full fight, argument that led into the streets. Again, police had to be involved. And searching up Aura Brigella 2023 arrest on Google, I've been given an AI summary of what happened. And it basically says the same thing. CCTV footage and police reports later indicated that conflict began when she allegedly demanded a man, Mark Christian Ravana, to strip off his clothing. When he refused, she reportedly tore his shirt off, leading to a heated argument spilling out into the streets, like I said. And the argument that this was transgender police brutality also doesn't fit because she was resisting arrest. She was hostile to police when they tried to arrest her, and she was using profane language. So, again, you can see that she's the harasser, not the harassee. And that's my presentation. I hope that I was able to provide the fundamentals of fake news and information disorders, and I hope the examples I've provided was able to provide more light onto just exactly what these fake news and information disorders are. Thank you for watching.